there's Mega Man. The Anniversary Collection has 10 Mega Man games on it for PlayStation 2. There's Xenophobe with an X, E, N, O, P, H, O, B, E, Xenophobe for the NES or Nintendo Entertainment System. And there's Metroid Prime for the GameCube. And here's my Atari games. There's Sea Battle, Juggling, that's a Latin word for bowling, 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 bowling. Demons to Diamonds, Pac-Man, Missile Command, Surround, the Olympics, Yard's Revenge, and then Superman will be right there, but it's in the Atari 2600 video game system. Video Pinball, Street Racer, Space Invaders, Pole Position, Phoenix, Pac-Man, Centipede, Combat, and Asteroids. And then there's my perfume from Paris. That's my perfume from Paris, and it's Mad Mausolea. Mad Mausolea perfume from Paris. And today is 8/9/2015. At a little bit before 12 o'clock at night. So it's 11 something p.m. And you know what I say my video game site name is Funkadelic Video Game Technology, free to join, free to play, free to get paid.com. Hope I said that right. And see, I turn this off. There's a switch right there. It's off. So let's see. I'm gonna take my glasses off. I don't need those. But you know what else I say? I say vote for the Big D. Vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump will make the best president ever. He's a genius. The reason I say that is because he knows a lot of subjects. He knows a lot about a lot of subjects. That's a genius. So Donald Trump is a genius. So vote for Big D, vote for Donald Trump if you want America to be great again. That's his theme. He'll make America great again, and he will. Look at his business. Oh, look at his businesses. You know, all his high rises, his casinos, his golf courses. How everybody, movie stars, everybody who's rich, or is anybody wants to pay Donald Trump to use his stuff, like his golf courses, his casinos, his high rises. Shit, he's got 7 big ass high rises in New York City alone. He's a very smart person, and he donates money all the time. He donates to like every president that's ever ran. You know, including Hillary. He donated to her. He donated to a lot of different other places. I don't know why to Hillary though, because she belongs in jail. Hillary Clinton should be in jail for the stuff she tries to do. You know, with the email and stuff. That's Watergate ready to happen. That's all that is. Why would you even? I don't even know why you'd even follow her. I don't get it. Other than, you know, it's very racist. You know, this election is very racist because it's got the 2 women running. A business executive, so what? Look at Donald Trump. How he was a business executive from what, 20, 30 years ago? He's been a president ever since. He's been a president of, you know, which is way higher than a business executive. Why would you want to go second best? And why would you want to vote for Hillary that proved that she can't manage anything because she was the worst Secretary of State ever? And the only reason you do that is for a sexual thing. It's a very racist election. But this time, instead of skin color with Obama was very skin color. You know, that was all skin color on that election. Those 2 elections actually, because this is the second term. I can't even believe that. John McCain should have won that. But the first time, He didn't run. I don't think he ran the second time. So screw it. Why bother? He's a vice president, or I mean, he's the second. He's the senator. He's the senator. John McCain is the war hero, and he's probably figured why bother? He's a senator. President's running. I'll just let him run. But when he did run the first time, he did the wise decision, and got a woman as the vice as his vice president was going to be the woman Paula something, Paula or something like that, and from Alaska. She's an Alaska governor or something, or senator. I'm not sure, but he did the wise decision there because that was racist. The only reason that John McCain picked that Paula person is because of racist. He was trying to change it from skin color. He was trying to overcome the skin color race to the sexual race, which that's what we have now. So, if John McCain did run, which he's thinking about doing, he'd go with Sarah Paula. That's who it is, Sarah Paula. And I don't know, they have their own scandals. But I wouldn't vote. This election, I would not vote for John McCain. I wouldn't. I'd vote for the best man, which is the big D, Donald Trump. Because he's president of many companies, not just one. He's not just a business executive, and he's not a Secretary of State. I mean, he's higher than that. He's choking. He's choking back to become president. He's losing money. He's losing money. He knows it. He's losing money because he's got to spend his time for his campaign. So he's choking. He's choking back to become president. He's doing the United States a favor by running, and that's no joke. We need him. We can't let him go. We need him, and we need to change the law where we don't have to. A president can run more than 2 terms or 10 years, and that's stipulated in the Constitution. You can run only two terms by being voted in, which is 8 years. But if something happens to the president and the vice president takes over, let's say, and he takes over, say, the last 2 years of that president's term, then that don't count. He can still run for two terms. But if he takes over for more than 2 years, then he can only run for 1 term, because if it's 3 years he took over from the last president, then if he went 2 more terms, that'd be 11 years, and according to the Constitution, he can't do that. So if he runs more than 2 years, being not elected by say the president dies in office and vice president goes in, he runs 3 years or 2.5, even 2.5 years, he can only run 1 more term, according to our stupid-ass Constitution. And that's stupid. We need to change that law, and along with that law, being born in the United States to become president. We need to change those 2 laws. Those are 2 constitutional laws that we need to change. And when Donald Trump gets in there, we need to change that law. We need Donald Trump in there longer than 8 years. We need him, because we're talking $18 trillion in debt. 18 trillion. If he can do that in 8 years, he'd be an awesome president. He'd be an awesome president. If he could turn our $18 trillion deficit into, even $1 trillion deficit, he'd be an awesome president. And the only one that I know can do that is the big D, Donald Trump. He could do it. He could do it. I believe he could very easily because of the way he talks. Because the import-export law. Because of that, the import-exports. Everything that goes out of the United States gets taxed, penalized, and export fees, right? Everything coming in the United States doesn't get jacked. All they get is the postage it takes to get in here. That's all they get. And that's the first thing Donald Trump's going to change, because, shit, just think if that was only 2% of the imports that we get. Let's say only 2%. Shit, I mean, we're talking, trillions of dollars here, because there's a lot of imports from outside the United States coming inside. Matter of fact, Ford is building a $1.5 or $2 billion company, the biggest company ever anywhere in the world. You know, the biggest company ever anywhere in the world. They're building one in Mexico, just for the fact that when they build them outside of the United States and they export them back into the United States because they're in Mexico, they pay nothing on it. Where if we do it the opposite way, where they're inside the United States and they export, they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in just export fees alone. Shit, they're saving. Ford's smart, just like Donald Trump says. Ford's smart, but not in his watch. Not on Donald Trump's watch, though. See, if Donald Trump gets in there, that's going to backfire on Ford. They're going to have to sell that company because it's going to cost them more, too much. They have to build it, like Donald Trump says, he's going to bring back the workers from outside the United States back in the, you know, he's going to bring back the businesses outside the United States back into the United States because they're going to want to. It's going to be an incentive where they're going to want to. See, that's where Donald Trump falls way higher than everybody else running. And he explains it all the time. All you got to do is listen to Big D. You just listen to Big D. This is the first election I've ever even followed. This is the first election I've even cared about. And I was born on 6/19/1958. So I've had a lot of elections, you know, since I was 18 when I could vote. I think back then it was 18. I don't know, 18 or 21. I think it was 18 though, because they changed it before that. But so I'm 57, so that's what, 18, 28, 38, 48. See, that's almost 40 years. You know, so that's a lot of presidents. Even if everybody said that, you know, it's at least 5 or 6, you know, maybe 7. But anyway, I gotta coordinate myself. But vote for Big D, vote for Donald Trump. Do the United States a favor and let's get that son of a bitch in there. Hell, we're lucky he's even running. He's choking back. He's choking back to become president. Hell, a president only makes $350,000. You think that even influences Donald Trump at all? I don't think so. The thing that's influenced Donald Trump is he's going to make America great. Where when you do that, then now everything is affordable. And even though he's got billions of dollars, he can afford a lot more. You know, when the economy's right, when the economy's great again, he can afford a lot more with. So $12 billion will be worth a lot more, and that's the main key to Donald Trump's running. That's the only, I would say that's the only reason why he's running. Because he's getting nailed pretty damn good. He's getting nailed in taxes really bad. And if he can change that, you know, which he will, make America great again, hey, see, now that $12 billion is worth twice that much. It's worth over $24 billion. Now you're looking at Donald Trump's, you know, standpoint from it. Because see, now his $12 billion is worth $24 billion. and not just him, but every business person and every person in the United States. That's why it will be great again. Not chump change. We're chump change right now. We're chump change. We're getting nailed good from every country outside the United States. We're getting nailed, and we're going farther and farther and farther and farther down. And we're going to continue to go farther. Any other president or any other candidate, if they get in there, we'll go farther and farther and farther and farther until there is no farther. Now it's China. It's China. Will be China Junior. We'll be known as the country named China Junior because that's where we owe most of our $18 trillion debt. And they'll just say, okay, you can't afford it, we'll just take over. And they already own a lot of United States land, so all it will take is just a few more $1 trillion, and we'll be China owned. There'll be no more United States. Oh well. Vote for Big D, Donald Trump, and that won't never happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're only a few steps away from China stepping in. We're only a few steps away. 18 trillion? Come on. We're only a couple steps away. And China will be over here saying, okay, now we own the United States, which they own a lot of the land anyway. They buy it up like like it's what do you call it, hotcakes. They're buying. China's buying land all over the damn place in the United States. They're getting ready to take over. What else is to take? And if we own 18 trillion and they own, say, half the land, what do we do to the Indians? What do we do to the Indians? We stole their land. What do you think China's doing to us now? They're going to steal our land. They manipulate their economy. They manipulate their money out of the economy. Don't you think they'd do the same thing here? Sure they would. Sure they would. Except it'd be worse. Because it'd be us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit, you just gotta think. This is all basic shit. This ain't even rocket scientist. I mean, just listen to Donald Trump. He was talking, so a fifth grader could understand him easily. Shit, fifth graders are pretty smart, but I mean, he's talking so fifth graders can. I mean, we're only talking adding and subtracting here. We're not even talking geometry, trigonometry, and all this other shit. We're talking basic percentages. That's all we're talking. Basic percentages. Put 5% duty fee on anything that comes in. Shit, we'd have so much fucking money we wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, every country paying 4 or 5%, which they wouldn't even feel, but we would, because we would get it from 1,000 different places. 4 or 5% of what they export from their country to ours. Come on, we're only taking shit. At 4 or 5% adds up to a lot of dough, man. When you're talking like 1,000 different countries, all paying that only 5%, but they hardly even feel it because it's only just a little bit on what they export. It's only a very little bit, but that little bit will build. They'll build a wall between Mexico, no problem. Shit, we'll have so much surplus it won't even be funny. 5% of all the imports? Oh man, come on. That's a lot of money. I mean, we're talking trillions and more to the United States a year. Trillions, only on 5%. Say 4%. A local tax. Our Michigan is 6%. So let's just say 6%. Wow. Add up all the exports of all the countries and see how many $1 trillion that is. And then add 6% to that. Wow. Are we dumb? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's why Donald Trump is saying America, and not America, but the head people of America are stupid and they don't know what they're doing. And they should be fired. We're only talking, say, a 6% of an import, from all the countries. Add it up. Add 6% of whatever $1 trillion import we get a year, and that's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money. And it only makes sense. Donald Trump is the one that makes total sense. You gotta vote for Big D, man. You gotta vote for Big D, Donald Trump, to save the United States. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need Donald Trump. We need him. We need Donald Trump. Vote for Big D. Vote for Donald Trump. We need him. We can't deal with a bunch of people who's stupid and don't know what they're doing. They ought to be fired. It's just like Donald Trump says. Come on. There's not no game here. We only live once. We only live once. Donald Trump knows he only lives once. Why not make the best of it? Oh well. Vote for Big D, vote for Donald Trump. I always say, same time, same channel. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you then.